Hi, we have the calculator section of the level 4 revision of block 3. So we're going to look at the calculator questions here. So I've done a video for the non-calculator questions if you're looking for those, for help on those ones. So number 1 here, Jamie saves the same amount of money each week. In 6 weeks he saves £72. Part A, how much money has he saved after 10 weeks? Part B, how long will it take him to save £185? So part A, sorry. Well, if he's saved £72 in 6 weeks, that will be 72 divided by 6, that'll be £12 per week. And over 10 weeks, 10 12 is £120, so he'll save £120 after 10 weeks. Part B, how long will it take him to save £185? Well, 12 into 185 was 15, remainder 5. So after 15 weeks, he won't quite have saved £185, so it'll take him 16 weeks to save that amount of money. Question number 2. Where is it? There it is. 2 workmen take 12 hours to complete a job. How long will the job take if there are 3 workmen? Right, okay, so we've actually got extra people working there, haven't we? There's an extra workman, there's an extra person helping out. So if it takes 2 workmen 12 hours, in total that'd be 24 hours of work, because each person's worked 12 hours. So the first guy works 12 hours, the second guy works 12 hours. In total there's 24 hours of work being done. So if there's 3 people there to do 24 hours of work, 24 divided by 3, it would be 8 hours each. Okay. Question number 3, find the volume of the cuboid. So it has a length of 9, a breadth of 7, and a height of 6. And the volume of a cuboid, as you guys know, is length times breadth times height. So that comes out as 378 centimeters cubed. 3b, we've not actually done in class, but some of the upper sets have. So a cylinder, so I'm not expecting you guys to have done this. So volume is pi r squared h, so pi times radius squared times the height, and then we just round at the end. Okay, so just substituting on the radius of 5 and the height of 13 there. Question 4, this cuboid has a volume of 2.4 litres. Calculate the height of the cuboid. Well, 1,000 millilitres is 1 litre, and a milliliter and a centimetre cubed are the same. So 2.4 litres will be 2.4 multiplied by 1,000, that'll be 2,400 centimetres cubed. So this question is now quite similar to the ones we were doing last week from the Cuboid maths exercise. So we know the volume and we want the height, so we need to substitute in a volume of 2,400, which is length times breadth times height. So 2,400 will be 160 multiplied by h. Then divide both sides by 160 and we get a height of 15 centimeters. Question 5. I will just scroll down here so we can read it. Oh, there we go. Calculate the surface area of this cuboid. So remember, the surface area is the area of all the surfaces. So on that cuboid, we've got the front, the back, the top, the bottom, the left-hand side and the right-hand side. They are all rectangles. So we need to find out the area of each rectangle and add them all together. Okay. What we can do, just work out the area of the front, which will be 11 sevens, the area of one of the sides, which will be 7 fives, the area of the top, which will be 11 fives. And then we can just double that answer, because if we know the front is 11 sevens, and the back will be the same. If we know the left-hand side, the right-hand side is the same. If we know the area of the top, then the bottom's the same. So rather than working out all 6, just work out the front, the side, and the top, add them together, and double the answer to get 330 centimeters cubed. Right, just a couple of Pythagoras questions to look at, and then this video will be finished. So again, let's just scroll up there. Apologise for the camera work, guys. So, got a couple of, say, straightforward Pythagoras questions because there's no story attached to them. So calculate the length of the missing side in these right angled triangles. So remember, Pythagoras' rule says the short side squared plus the other short side squared equals the long side squared. So in part A, do we have the two shorter sides? Yes, we do. So it'll just simply be 5 squared plus 24 squared equals the long side squared, the hypotenuse squared, which we are calling x. So 5 squared plus 24 squared equals x squared. So calculate a time, that turns out to be 625. Now remember x squared, so that missing length multiplied by itself is 625, so we need to square root that. So the value of x, the missing side, is 25 centimeters. Part B, here we know the long side, so remember short side squared at short side squared equals long side squared. So using that, if we wanted one of the shorter sides squared would be the long side squared minus the other shorter side squared. So to get that value of a, we do a squared is 15 squared minus 7 squared, which is what we've got there. So check out what that is on the calculator. Take the square root, remember, because we've got a squared, not a, and then just round appropriately to get 13.3 centimeters. And one last question. So calculate the perimeter of the shape. So to do this, guys, we need to notice and spot and chop the shape up into 2 bits. Okay, so we've got a triangle on the index. So the one thing we need at the moment is the sloping side there above where it says 8 meters. Okay, so if we can work out that length, then to find the perimeter, all we're doing is adding the 4 sides together. Okay, so a little bit of problem solving there. So split it up into a rectangle and a triangle, then use the triangle as a base of 8 and a height of 9. Pythagoras again, short side squared plus short side squared equals long side squared, and square root your answer. So to 1 decimal place, the length of the sloping edge is 12.0. So then the perimeter is just all 4 sides added together. Just try and get the diagram in the video there. So 20 plus 9 plus 12 plus the 12.0 we've calculated, so 53.0 centimeters.